The experience of the 60s was something very visceral. I remember my mother taking me on marches and things like that. So I remember how this felt.
Ray and I share the same history in that both of our mothers were very, very active at that time. My mother's mission was voting rights. I remember my mother going door to door with long green sheets of paper. She took me to all these different houses and explained to me how when I turned of age, the most important thing for me to do was to exercise my right to vote. I also remember, the guys that I grew up with in my neighborhood who all went to Vietnam and how they came back completely different people and how just that war changed everything.
Many of the aspects of that experience through the 60s was expressed through the artists as well. Bob Dylan, the Beatles, the Motown. They said in lyrics what many people wanted to say, Marvin Gaye.
I sat down with a list of songs and he sat down with a list of songs. It started with the music. And then we built from that and said, who are some of the obvious artists that we want to go to, artists that were very popular in the 60s that are still relevant, but then who are some of the newer artists that could come in and reframe and reinterpret these songs. It's going to be multi-layered. You'll see stills and you'll see video and there'll be spoken word and there'll be dancing and there'll be a lot of different elements. That's why we love working with our Carnegie Hall family, because they give us the opportunity to be our own authentic creative selves. And so I think all of the productions that Ray and I have worked on together along with Carnegie Hall have been shows that inspire in one way or another. They're thought-provoking, you leave different than when you walked in.